This is what I call lazy guacamole. Avocado, mash it up. Also, I wanted to talk about how I manifested my sugar daddy. When I was younger, I always wanted to have children. Even when I was a little girl, I would say, I want to be a mother. And then I went to college and I became a teacher and a coach, and I really hated teaching because I didn't like the institutionalization of children. So I quit that job. Then I became a hairstylist. I worked as a hairstylist up until I was 37 weeks pregnant with surprise twins. I didn't know it at the time. Gave birth to my surprise twins, and it was impossible for me to go back to doing hair, which I didn't really want to do in the first place. So here I am with twins, surprise twins. I'm exclusively breastfeeding them, taking care of them 24/7. Meanwhile, my husband is an apprentice in the electrical union, and we were very broke. We struggled for a while. Once he graduated, my kids were 5. We moved back to our first apartment, which we still live in right now. And he has been a journeyman electrician for, like they're 11 now. So he recently became a foreman. He is my sugar daddy. And he's also the daddy to my kids. And he's also my high school sweetheart. So my whole life, though, I never wanted to have a normal job. I never saw myself as having a career. Even though I went to college, graduated magna cum laude, I was a Hall of Fame athlete, dabbled in teaching and then hair. I was always disciplined and working hard, but I just didn't have a career I wanted to do. I wanted to stay home with my kids. So once I finally had kids, surprise twins, I was like, this is what I want to do. And I knew I wanted to homeschool them or unschool them. So in order to do that, you have to be home. You have to be a present parent that's home and available at 24/7. My husband became my sugar daddy. I manifested it because I am the source. My powerful womb drew that to me, right? Because I didn't want a career. I didn't want a job. I wanted to stay home, and I manifested doing that. And now I'm working on my passion, which I never knew existed until I started meditating and really tuning in to like who I really am, which is God in human form. Had a spiritual awakening, several spiritual awakenings, and now I know that I'm the source, and I am still the source even though I have a sugar daddy, because I created that reality with my powerful magical womb. Because your womb is a freaking magnet. It's very powerful. I'm just tapping into the power of my womb, and I know that I'm going to get even more tapped in, because the more you dive into womb magic, the more magical you become. So anyway, now I'm going to add some garlic. We're making lazy guacamole still.